So the Game Awards is literally just over a week away, and I could not be more excited. The Game Awards is that one time a year where a whole bunch of games are celebrated for the things they're able to accomplish through the year, but selfishly it's also the best time of year because we get a whole bunch of new game announcements, because for some reason everybody keeps giving Jeff Keighley trailers. It's crazy. Every year he just comes with more and more, and sometimes we see the games again, and then sometimes we don't. Where's Dogovy? I don't know. But yes, one of the things I love to do here on the channel is do some prediction videos. I do them during summer games, and I do them for the Game Awards and any other little directs and stuff that happen during the year. So today I'm going through my Game Awards predictions, stuff I would love to see, stuff I expect to see, and some stuff that would just drive me absolutely batshit crazy if they actually happened. I don't think they will, but could you imagine if they happened? That would be freaking insane. So without further ado, I'm pretty sure I have 10 with a couple of crazy ones sprinkled in. I'll probably hit them at the end with all the crazy, oh my god, if this happens, I'll lose my mind things. But without further ado, let's go through my predictions for the 2023 Game Awards. So my first prediction is this. Less of a prediction, more of something I would really like to see. Final Fantasy IX Remake. And I know what you're going to say, Kyle, that's crazy. Final Fantasy VII Remake 2 Rebirth is coming out. But yes, it's coming out in February, which means it's really close, which means if you theoretically wanted to get us hyped for something Final Fantasy in the future, now would be the time to start hyping us up for Final Fantasy IX Remake. A nice little game that could come out between the second and third of the Final Fantasy VII sort of remake trilogy to tide us over, because I feel like the third one is going to be a lot further out than we think, depending on what happens with this new one. Now, you're probably thinking that this whole thing is unfounded. That's crazy. Why would you even think that? Well, let me take you back to the giant, massive GeForce Now leak. One of the games listed in there was a Final Fantasy IX remake, and I think, let's be honest, it's got to be true. So many of those games in that leak have come out, and they've come out to have been a real thing, so there's got to be some truth to this, right? And I think if there is any truth to it, we're either going to find out now at the Game Awards or sometime next year. So that's just me being selfish. I would love to see a trailer for Final Fantasy IX Remake. It's one of my favorite Final Fantasies. I'm not going to say it's the best, and I'm not going to say what I think is the best, because that's just going to start a lot of fights, and I'm not really in the mood for that right now. But I would love to see something from Final Fantasy, even if it is just another Rebirth trailer. But a Final Fantasy IX Remake trailer would be one of those like batshit crazy things that could be super awesome. Next up, I would love to see this rumored God of War DLC. We're not 100% sure what it is. We're not sure if it's just DLC for Ragnarok. We're not sure if it's a Miles Morales style little game all its own to tide us over until what will eventually become the next God of War game. But there has been rumored for a few months now, or maybe even longer, I've only heard about it for the last few months, that God of War has something coming out within the next year. It has something dropping before the end of the year in terms of a trailer. And I think with the year coming so close to the end, and PlayStation not really looking to do a state of play showcase anytime soon, I feel like the Game Awards is the perfect place, and I'm sure Jeff would agree, to show a God of War, maybe DLC small type game. And I really hope it's like an Atreus game. Like, I love playing as Kratos. He's one of my favorite video game characters of all time. But let's let him have a rest for a game, right? Give me this awesome Atreus game. We got little hints of it in God of War Ragnarok. Like, let's have a game just playing as Atreus. Let Atreus stretch his legs. He's the son of the God of War, for Christ's sake. Like, let's see exactly what this kid can do. But yeah, that would be cool. If we could get a trailer for the new God of War stuff, I'd be pretty hyped. Next, this is something that, like, I feel like it's coming out next year. It may not, but I think it will. And with all the stuff we heard about this Wonder Woman game the other day, by the way, if you guys would like a video on all the Wonder Woman leaks that came out the other day, please let me know down in the comments below and I'll get right on that. Well, the Wonder Woman game's coming in 2025, so it would make sense that maybe we get a trailer for Marvel's Wolverine. I think it would be the really good time to show something. I know Spider-Man just came out, but that's the thing. I feel like we haven't seen much from Wolverine because they've been hyping up Spider-Man. I mean, we need to remember that Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine were shown at exactly the same time at that PS5 showcase. So, I mean, it's probably gotta be close if these games have been worked on simultaneously. So, I don't know. I feel like this would be a really good place to even show like a bit more of a tease of this game, leading us into some gameplay reveals next year at a proper PlayStation showcase. But if you wanted to get us hyped now and get us ready for the next big Marvel game from Insomniac, Game Awards seem to be the place to do it. I would love to see it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. The next thing I think we're kind of definitely going to see, or it's really highly likely that it would happen here, is Elden Ring DLC. Now, let me make sure I get this right. Elden Ring Shadow of Erdtree? I don't know how to say that, and I apologize, but the Elden Ring DLC was announced to have been in development earlier on in the year, and I would assume we're going to get a release early next year, maybe middle of next year. I don't think they would push this sort of DLC into the like busy Christmas period where I feel like it'll get lost a bunch of whole new games coming out. So it would make sense that maybe we get a trailer for it here at the Game Awards with an early release of maybe March next year. And honestly, I feel like just having Elden Ring trailer at the Game Awards for a lot of people, that's a win right there. So yeah, I mean, could it happen? I think it's highly likely, but I'm not 100%. But let's be honest, it's probably gonna happen. Like, they love Jeff. So Sega has been hyping stuff up today. As recording of this video, I've seen a couple of people posting some stuff online of like Sega showing that they're going to be at the Game Awards with these little like pieces of paper that's telling people to get hyped up. Now, I know they've been sending them out to a lot of fighting game guys, so it's probably going to be some sort of Sega fighting game. My issue is there's a lot of fighting games coming out right now. I mean, we just had Street Fighter 6, we just had the amazing Mortal Kombat 1, and Tekken 8 is right around the corner. If Sega wants to get in on this, that may be a little bit dangerous. So, here's my proposal. I would love it to be not a fighting game, although it probably is going to be because they're sending it out to everybody. So here's my balls to the wall sort of like prediction / want. Something Phantasy Star. Imagine if Sega just came out of nowhere and was suddenly dropping a Final Fantasy 16 style Phantasy Star RPG in our laps. I feel like that would be a really good banger moment at the Game Awards, something that people will be talking about for months and months. And to be honest, Phantasy Star is one of those series that like I personally enjoy and love, and I know a lot of people out there do as well. We haven't really heard much from it since like Phantasy Star Online 2 dropped. They're doing constant updates, they're doing constant adding and changing to the game. But I feel like Phantasy Star is slowly falling into obscurity again, although they could really easily bring it back to the forefront with some big single player, big single player, awesome RPG. That's my want. Won't happen, but I just needed to get that out there into the world. So if anybody, wants to back me up on that, help a brother out. So this is another one that I think could be a pretty good, like, probably gonna happen, Death Stranding 2. Like, I feel like if we're gonna get a trailer for Death Stranding anywhere, it's probably gonna be at the Game Awards. Hideo and Jeff, like two peas in a pod, they love each other so much, they hold hands, they hang out all the time, they love it. They're beautiful people. I love it. I love that they're the best of friends. But being the best of friends normally leads to some sick trailers from Kojima being played at the Game Awards, and I, for one, am pretty keen to jump in and have a look and see what they're actually doing with Death Stranding 2. I mean, FedEx 2 is going to be really freaking good, and I actually think I'm going to enjoy it a lot more than the first one just from the snippets we've seen before. Like, it feels like it's like the story is going to be a lot darker, which is really interesting to think about because I feel like the story from the first one was pretty dark, but maybe I need to go back and play it. I think I will. So Xbox has been hyping up that they're going to be announcing some stuff at the Game Awards. I personally think it's going to be something new. I think we're going to see multiple announcements from them, but I personally think the majority of it is going to be new stuff that Xbox is just going to blow us out of the water with, something we haven't seen before. Could it be a Wolfenstein 3? Could it be the Indiana Jones trailer? What could it be? I don't know. But a trailer I think we might see at the Game Awards, and I think would make sense to start showing it now, would probably be Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. I think that would be a really sick trailer to show at the awards. It's a game we know about. It will probably be the first thing we get to see from the Xbox guys at the Game Awards, just to hype us up to the fact that Xbox have come, they have bought some freaking banger games with them, and just to see more Hellblade is something I think a lot of people would be excited about, myself included. So next, I think this would be a freaking showstopper, blow the roof off sort of freaking announcement trailer, whatever. I don't know, but I think we need it. So, Dragon Age. It's been a while, and I'm pretty sure the last time we heard from Dragon Age was at the Game Awards. I feel like a new trailer for Dragon Age Dreadwolf would absolutely blow the roof off the place and get everybody absolutely freaking hyped and ready. I mean, we've just gotten that cool little Mass Effect teaser trailer, so I guess it kind of lines up like, hey, We know Dragon Age is coming before this Mass Effect. If you're starting to hype up this Mass Effect, maybe we're getting closer to a full-on gameplay reveal trailer at the Game Awards for Dreadwolf, right? I hope that comes true. I love Dragon Age, and I really feel desperately we need another one. And EA really needs a win, even though EA suck. But EA needs a win, so I don't know, man. Like, I'd love to see a Dragon Age trailer. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. Would you be hyped if a Dragon Age trailer was there? I know I would be, but it could just be me. So next up, okay, this is just such a broad prediction. I've written EA Marvel trailer. So we know EA are working on a couple of Marvel games. They're working on an Iron Man game, and they are working on, they got Skydance, I think, working on like a Captain America Black Panther game. I think it would be sick to see a trailer from either one of these, but I feel like if we get a Wolverine trailer, we're not getting this trailer. If we don't get Wolverine, we might get lucky and get a trailer from one of these games. There's no real date or any additional information than what we already have out there. I'm sure there's leaks and rumors out there that I haven't been able to see, find, hear about, but we don't know much other than they're making an Iron Man game and they're making a sick World War II set in France Captain America Black Panther game that was shown at that Disney thing last year. So, or was that the year before? I don't know. I can't keep track. But yeah, I think having a trailer for one of these games would be a really cool way to hype up, you know, Marvel fans. We've just gotten Spider-Man 2, amazing game, great game. I should have a review up soon, I promise. But yeah, we just got that game. It was freaking amazing. We already know Wolverine's coming. We know about these other two, and these two are gonna have a massive task at hand to stand up to the likes of Spider-Man 2, and we're already assuming a great Wolverine game because it's Insomniac. Like, Insomniac are smashing it with their Marvel titles right now, so I feel like they need to start hyping these games up, or just giving us a little bit more information on what we can expect from these games, so they're not massive disappointments, or we know what we're getting. I would really like to know more, but yeah, who knows. I think if we get a Wolverine trailer, we're probably not gonna get another Marvel trailer, but if we don't, I mean, there's a chance, right? There's always a chance. So I have one more prediction I would love to see and think will happen, but I have a couple of small predictions that I think will blow my brain out and just make me super excited. So I'm gonna list these really quick. So I don't know what I was thinking. I must have been under the influence when I wrote these prediction little blow my mind ones down, but we'll do it anyway. Who knows? They could come true. Maybe. So I've written Super Mario Odyssey 2. Do I think Mario Odyssey 2 is gonna be at the Game Awards? No. That's Nintendo's baby that they will drop at their own direct. Do I think there's even a slight possibility? Maybe. Nintendo have helped Jeff out in the past with some Smash reveals and stuff like that. There ain't really much going on. We think Nintendo's gearing up for a new console, so it would probably make sense to sort of save the Mario Odyssey 2 reveal for when they reveal their new console. But never say never. It could be a really interesting show ender and just get the hype for what is a potential new Switch next year even higher into the stratosphere. Just being able to see this game and probably like clearly know that that is a next-gen Nintendo game could be freaking sick. And I hope so. I look forward to seeing Mario Odyssey 2 eventually. We know what's going to happen. It can't not happen. Mario Odyssey was amazing. But yeah, I don't know why I put it down here. I'm just really excited and hope we get to see it soon. Another lose my mind prediction was something Castlevania. Now, Castlevania's sort of been pretty big in the last couple of years with the Adi Shankar cartoon. We got the 3 seasons of that Castlevania show. We've literally just got Castlevania Nocturne, which is up for an award at the Game Awards as Best Adaptation. Fingers crossed, I did vote for them. But yeah, I mean, I feel like it's time for a new game, right? I feel like we could get a sick game out of it. Like, the last time I think we played a proper Castlevania game was like Lords of Shadow 2, which wasn't the best Castlevania game, but Lords of Shadow 1, holy shit. If we could get like a modern day Lords of Shadow, hell, even a port of Lords of Shadow, just like a remake of Lords of Shadow. That first Lords of Shadow game was freaking insane. It was sick. It had Robert Carlyle, Patrick Stewart. It was epic proportion. It was so good. It was so much fun. Maybe I'm wearing nostalgia goggles. I should play that game again. But I really did enjoy Lords of Shadow, and I am a big fan of the Castlevania franchise, so I would love to see Castlevania make a return, and I feel like Konami is sort of hinting at bringing some of their franchises back, so fingers crossed, maybe, probably not, but could you imagine? Cool, next I have 2 more from Nintendo. Yeah, I know, big 3 Nintendo ones in the end, Mario, and of course we're gonna throw these in here. Metroid Prime something. Imagine a 2 remake, remaster, or finally a look at the long-awaited Metroid Prime 4. But again, this is one of those things, we're probably getting a new Switch next year, or we're gonna at least see the new Switch next year, which means they're probably gonna save all those sort of stuff for their like hype up of their new Switch, which leads me to my last sort of balls to the wall, if it happened to be great. That is a Zelda port, an Ocarina of Time port, to be more precise, for the new Switch or the current Switch we have. I feel like Ocarina is that game that, like, I mean, people always talk about, and it's been a while since we've got a remake of Ocarina. Like, we've got the original Ocarina, and then we got a remake on the 3DS 10 years ago. It's been 10 years, so I feel like we're in that ballpark of maybe, just maybe, getting a new Zelda Ocarina of Time remake. So, fingers crossed. Do I think we'll see it at the show? I'd love to. Maybe. Probably not. But at least I've put that out into the world now that I think we're going to get one and I want it. And if it gets announced, man, I'm going to look so smart. Really smart. Okay, my final prediction for the Game Awards. And I know what a lot of people are about to say. Dude, like, so many of the predictions before were so much, like, more impactful and better than this prediction you've left at the end. That's true, they are, but not for me. My final prediction, the one that I hope happens more than anything we've spoken about here, is a new Monster Hunter. Preferably Monster Hunter World 2. When Monster Hunter World came out, it took the world by storm. Like, Monster Hunter was more popular than it has ever been before. I had another crazy prediction on here, Devil May Cry remake. I'm just going to put that out into the world. But if I can't get my Devil May Cry remake, because they just keep remaking Resident Evils, Capcom, come on, what are you doing? I would love a Monster Hunter. A Monster Hunter would just blow my mind. Monster Hunter World 2 would be great. Like, it was so cool. As a longtime fan of Monster Hunter, when Monster Hunter World came out, so many of my friends just jumped on board and were like, yo, like, this is fun, we want to do this. And it was so cool to introduce them to this world of Monster Hunter, to lose myself in a game with my friends that I've absolutely fell in love with and really want to again. So a Monster Hunter World 2 announcement would absolutely be the pinnacle for me of announcements at the Game Awards, and I'm thinking about watching the Game Awards live over on my Twitch channel, so hit that link down below if you want to go over there, follow, be ready for that. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'm hoping to watch it live. But if that happens, oh my god, man, watch the reacts. I'm probably going to cry, I'm probably going to jump through the roof, it's going to be crazy. I would love to see Monster Hunter World 2 announced at the Game Awards. Please, someone, make it happen. Jeff, please, make it happen. Please. So that's it. Those are my predictions for the 2023 Game Awards. They're pretty balls to the wall. To be 100% honest, I feel like we're going to see a lot of new, a bit of stuff we know about already, and I'm excited to see whatever the hell we see. But do you guys think my predictions are way too far, not far enough? Do you guys have some crazy predictions? What do you guys want to see at the Game Awards? And what game do you want to win Game of the Year? And what is your personal Game of the Year? That's a lot of questions. You don't have to answer them all. Just want to be nice. Let me know down in the comments below. For everything to do with the Game Awards, video games, news, reviews, previews, and all that stuff in general, be sure to like and subscribe here to 1UP Games. And guys, that's going to do it. Until next time, may all of your games be good ones, and I will catch you guys later. Bye, everybody.